Welcome to another edition of Chaplain John with Chaplain John Sayers, featuring special reports and interviews with people doing kingdom ministry in Tulare County and beyond. And now, here's Chaplain John.
Hey. Oh, okay. It's recording is in process. That means I'm recording. I've got a really neat interview today. This is Chaplain John. And actually, this is also going to be heard on my podcast. And so if you want to go to my podcast, you're going to go to chaplainchat.podomatic.com. That's Chaplain Chat, and Podomatic spelled PODOMATIC.com. Well, this is a thrill. I've got two sisters here that I'm going to talk to in a minute. And actually, Marcia and I, a couple of weeks ago, Valhalla's is a restaurant, a neat little restaurant downtown. And that's one of my places I go to as a chaplain. I go and pray at certain places. Now, I'm a retired chaplain, but I still pray with people. And I still walk, and I do serve at the hospital 1 week in a month. But I went over to Valhalla's, and there, Marcia, you and I saw, you were visiting a friend of mine. What was her name?
Donna McCoy.
Donna, that's right. And do you remember how Donna and I knew each other?
Yes, through Zumba.
Zumba! And I had not seen Donna. I didn't even know Donna moved. And we saw each other, and we Zumba together, and that's how I met you. And,
right.
And so and we had a great time. I said, just had to get together with you. And Marcia, we're going to introduce your daughter to us in a minute. The picture, but you were, before you retired, what were you doing again?
Oh, I was a decorator.
Okay.
With a furniture store.
Oh, okay. And that was kind of your main job, of course.
Yeah.
Being a mom and all that good stuff. And then somebody yanked you out of retirement. They said, no, you can't retire anymore. And who was it that yanked you out of retirement?
My daughter, Kim.
And right here. And now, hi, Kim.
Hello.
Yeah. And so, Kim, I should have started this. I didn't even start off with a fancy theme. I should have started off by saying everybody needs a coach. Now I should have done that, but we're not going to start over again. What were you doing before we talk about the vocation we're in?
What was I doing? So I had I'd watched a friend of mine for a while who was actually my health coach. And she's also a fellow nurse. I'm also a nurse and nurse practitioner.
Oh, okay. You're a nurse practitioner. Okay.
Yes, we'd gone to grade school together. And she's one that struggled with weight all her life. And to see her transformation was amazing. And I didn't believe it. I'd watched her for months. I'm like, no way, it's not possible. Being a nurse practitioner, it's not sustainable, for anybody to lose weight like that. Well, I kept watching her and she kept shrinking. And I finally was like, okay, I'm fed up with the way I feel about myself. I also struggled with weight since I was a teenager, never been a size 2, but I said, okay, what are you doing? Her name's Julie. I said, what are you doing, Julie? I need to know more about it. I'm in. So started the program. 6 weeks later, it changed my life. I was already down 20 pounds. And she's like, hey, I think you'd make a great health coach. And I'm like, no. I coach people medically. I see patients, I consult that way. But she's like, I think you'd make a great health coach. And all of a sudden, here I am running my own business and helping others that way as well as offering it to my patients. And then I'll let Mom tell her story as well.
Yeah, okay.
So
what's your story?
My story is that my beautiful daughter gave me a gift for my birthday, and that was the gift of the program. And she says, Mom, I want you to get healthy. So I said, okay. And it works. I mean, 45 pounds later, 4.5 months, and my life was back. Feeling decades younger.
Wow.
Just had
Wow.
hope again, joy again, just
Wow.
everything. And so a little bit later, she says, Mom, why don't you be a coach too? And signed me up. So 2.5 years we've been coaching together and helping other people find this joy and health.
Now, okay, I'm looking at your card. There's your card you gave me.
Yeah.
But what is the name of your vocation? Not just health coach, or is it just health coach?
Yeah, we're a health coach.
We're both health coaches and certified health coaches.
Yeah, we're both certified.
Okay, now I don't know why, but somehow you froze, but you can still hear me. So
Okay.
so this must be still being recorded, but maybe it'll come unfrozen. Well, all right, Kim, get back to you, though you're
Okay.
frozen, but we can still hear you. Give me an idea what a health coach is all about.
Well, the health coach for our specific program, which is called Optavia, it has 4 components. First component is you get a health coach, your cheerleader, for the duration of however long you need us to be, for a lifetime, if that's what we need to be. So we're a cheerleader and coach, helping keep you motivated, check in with you every week when you get started. You also get to be, the second component is part of a community, social community, for extra support. Also where you can get support on nutrition, other people who are also on the program, you can talk to them and stay motivated. So that's a neat component that other programs, don't offer, and why I believe in this program and why it works. And then the third component would be our Habits of Health program. It was actually written by Dr. Anderson, developed by Dr. Anderson. He was an ICU physician who got tired of seeing people die of heart disease and diabetes, and he wanted to change people's lives. And instead of seeing them die in the ICU, to change them ahead of time and find a program that's sustainable for people. So he develops a Habits of Health and also a life book, which is a journal throughout a year to help you change your mindset. And mindset is pretty much everything. It's not, besides nutrition and what you're putting in your mouth, your healthy mind is very important. So that's the third component. The fourth would be what we call our fuelings, or our food. And so that's what encompasses our program, to make people's health sustainable, and to maintain their health, and have a plan also once you lose the weight to maintain it, and different programs that we offer to help people transition into eating healthier and to sustain that for the rest of their lives.
Now, the doctor, what was his name again?
It's Dr. Wayne Anderson.
Did he begin? Cheers. You guys are still frozen, but I know it doesn't matter on the podcast. They wouldn't know. But did he start the idea of a health coach?
I don't know if he started the idea of the health coach, but he started the idea of making our program better. They teamed up years ago. It used to be called MetaFast, and he teamed up with the CEOs of MetaFast, if you've heard of that in the past, to make that program better and more sustainable for people, and also more calories, not as much of a caloric deficit as the MetaFast program, but also to make more of the food, edible, and taste good and convenient for people, and an easy program to follow. It's pretty much a program that you will not fail. If you stick to the program, you will not fail.
Marsha, I want to come back to you, but people may have other needs for a health coach than just wanting to lose weight. Yes,
Right.
no?
Right. Yes.
What are some other ways a health coach could be helpful to us?
Well, that's part of our Habits of Health book. There's lots of different components in there, elements that we go through in our life book, the journal. There's I think 23 or 32 different elements that they go through, and teaches you how to clean up your surroundings about your house or clutter, that type of thing.
Wow.
Healthy mindset and finances, all different kinds of things. We're not just helping you lose weight. We're helping you coach you through all the rest of the elements in your life. That
No, this is excellent. I'm just, with the world around us today, and people are just really tired with everything going on.
Yes.
There's a lot going on. And I don't remember a time when I've experienced so much. Maybe so, I'm trying to think back at, I go back to as far as when Kennedy was assassinated, and I thought, oh my gosh, the whole world's caving in. Or we go back to these pivotal times of life. When our first president resigned, I was going, oh my gosh, what's going to happen with all of this? And maybe I remember the gas lines we had. And maybe we have had just as difficult times as we're having today. I don't know. But are you seeing a need, or are people responding to health coaches because they need to connect with people?
Yes, definitely. That is one of our components that we're doing so well with, is our Better Together community that we have on Facebook.
Oh, wow.
And people need to have other people to socialize with. People are needing to know that other people care and love on them. And that's all we do as coaches. We love on them until they believe in themselves. And that's one of our priorities. And we just walk hand in hand with them. And we enjoy getting the responses back when their light bulb comes on and they see the difference. So
now I'm kind of going on the assumption I'm not frozen, am I?
No.
Okay, but you guys are, and that's okay. You look good. It's a nice frozen picture of both of you. So, well, we're trying to get the word out. One way is this: when I get this out posted, I'll be sharing it all over. But how do people find you as? Okay, it was simple enough. How do people find you as health coaches if they want to explore what that means? How do they find you?
They can find us on Instagram or on Facebook under our names. I'm Marcia Casey, coach, I believe, on Instagram, and Marcia L. Casey on Facebook.
Okay, so that's one way to connect it. And I have, and
my phone number.
Yeah, and I got your card and your phone number. When I put this on my little thingy, I'll mention that too. And Kim, well, if they get a hold of your mom, they're going to get a hold of you too, I guess. And so, because sometimes you guys work together, or do you work separately, or both?
We're independent coaches, and she has her own team of people as well. But we do help co-coach. Mom has done a great job with her generation. Reaching out to women who are, over 50, going through menopause, and who have given up hope, or think that they're too old to be able to be healthy and and active again. And it's not always about the weight. It's the mindset. It's the hope it gives you. We give each other hope. My coach, she gave us our Hope Dealer t-shirts. That's what we call ourselves, Hope Dealers, because there's so many out there that have lost hope in their health and their lives.
Oh, that's the shirt you're wearing.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah. Now, Marcia's got the jacket covering a bit, but I'm looking at that. Hope Dealers. Wow, what a great thought. Yes, okay.
And my tagline is how to go from a grandma to glamma.
That works. That's good. That really is. I got a closing question to ask both of you, but before I ask you that closing question, Kim, is there anything special you would like to convey as a health coach?
I would also, as a health coach and also a medical professional, Because as you mentioned, there's a lot of people hurting out there. There's a lot of unhealthy mindsets, unhealthy bodies. Unfortunately, with this COVID that's going around, those that are, not necessarily have their health 100%, but those are the ones that are suffering more from this disease or any disease. Diabetes and heart disease are still the number one, number up there on the scale as far as statistical that people, die from, and comorbidities. So if we can help give people hope to be healthy, no longer have to take, medications that they've been taking for years. An example of that is my dad as well, who's lost, I think, what now?
50 pounds.
50 pounds. High blood pressure, no longer having to take his medications. And it's great to see both of my parents healthy. And I'm so proud of them. And that's what it's all about. And one thing when we feel like our lives are out of control, there's two things that we can control: what we put in our mouth and our mindset. And so that's what I've been putting out there right now to help give people hope that those are two things you can control when you feel like life is out of control.
Okay, you may have answered my last question, but be thinking of another response to that. But Marcia, thoughts that you have as we kind of.
Well, I would reiterate the same thing, really. But one thing that our company is so passionate about helping people get healthy, that this month just came out last night, a special that we're offering everybody that wants to sign up and get healthy. So that's a reason to reach out and at least explore it. We have health assessments on our websites and Instagram, so they can fill out a health form if they want to, just to see. And we'd really love to help. That's all.
Okay, let's do something real quick. Marcia, give us your email. We're going to do it slow and twice. But
Okay.
Give me your, and then I'll ask Kim to do the same thing.
Okay.
But your email, Marcia.
Mine is marciacasey06@gmail.com.
Okay, do it again and spell out Marcia and you do that.
Okay, MARSHACASEY06@gmail.com.
And is that a better place to reach you on that than
Yes.
phone? Okay.
Yes.
Kim, what about you? Is it better to reach you through email too, or?
Well, I'll give you also, and I'll send it so that you have it. But on Instagram, I'm coach_Kim.CaseyFNP
Okay.
on Instagram and
do that one more
Facebook.
time. Do that one more time.
Okay,
Instagram.
sure. On Instagram, yes, it's coach_Kim.Casey, CASEYFNP, F as in frog, N as in Nancy, P as in Paul. And then as well as my email is Casey, my last name, KCASEYFNP for family nurse practitioner @gmail.com.
Guys, this has been really good, and I know it came through. I don't know why it happened on this frozen thing, but today I don't really need to hear that we're in a mess. We are in a mess. I really don't even need to hear. Sometimes people like to talk about how we got in the mess.
Yeah.
Somebody got us in this mess. I don't have that time. I really don't have energy for that. All I know is we're in the mess. I want to find hope. How do I navigate through the mess?
Right.
Right.
Kim, let me ask you first. And both of you shared fantastic ways to navigate through the mess. But just thinking of that, what can you share with people how we can navigate through this mess we're in?
I would say as being a Christian background, and that's also another thing I wanted to point out with this company, and one reason why I was all in and trusted it. There's a lot of companies out there, but when I started watching their podcast, their Zooms and Zoom meetings when I became a coach, they are Christians. They
Oh, wow.
reflect God and
Amen.
positivity, and
Amen.
they pray over us, they pray over their clients. And I have goosebumps
Yeah.
right now just
Chills.
talking about it.
We can't see him because you're frozen. But
Yeah,
that's
I know. So just, having that hope, if you have your faith, stay, that's one thing that we can depend on is our faith, and to get us through this, because nobody else will. I encourage people to stay away from social media. Don't get involved in the conflict. Get outside when it's cooler, maybe in the afternoons or evenings, to do some exercise, get out there and move a little bit, do something that you have a stress outlet. Everybody needs a stress outlet to keep a better mindset. So.
Amen. Marcia.
Well, I wanted to say also that we don't sell anything. We're not salespeople. We just offer hope and joy. As health coaches, we're just loving on everybody. So if they're thinking we're just trying to sell something, we're not. We're just trying to sell them on themselves.
Wow. I am so excited getting to know the both of you now. I really am. And I'm excited to know that there are resources around us. And maybe for some listening to this or watching the frozen image of you guys of this, I don't know, maybe this may be one place you want to check out, two people you want to check out, because we need help navigating through all the mess of our world. Yes, weight is a big issue, but there's so many other big issues. And we have so many things hitting us today. We are juggling so much today throughout our world, our country, the natural disasters happening, the other disasters happening, the floods, the drought, I mean, you name it. I mean, and oh my gosh, it's just overwhelming. It's like this, how can we handle anything more? I don't know. Kim, I don't know if you've ever seen the musical Fiddler on the Roof. Marcia,
Yes.
you?
Yes.
Oh, you both have? Okay. There's a favorite line of mine. And by the way, I always thought the, it's Tavia is great relationship with God, doesn't he, as he talks with God. I'll
Yes.
never forget this line. A bunch of stuff's happening to him on a certain day. And he goes, "Oh God, I know we're your chosen people, but at times, couldn't you have chosen someone else?"
Right.
That's how we feel sometimes. I don't know if I can juggle one more thing. And as a good friend of mine who's with the Lord right now, Pat Calucci said, she said, "You alone can do it, but you do not have to do it alone."
Right.
And I think health coaches may be very well the answer, that we don't
Absolutely.
do it alone. Guys, thank you.
Thank you.
So much and we will be doing this again, and maybe next time not be frozen.
Great.
Right. That'd be
God
great.
bless. And this is it, guys. And I hope you check out some of my other interviews coming up. God bless.